Now, a bill for an act to amend the Federal Road Safety Commission FRSC Act 2007 to make officers bear arms has killed second reading in the House of Representatives. The bill was sponsored by Abiodun Adeshida and Olaide Mohammed, and it seeks to establish Road Safety Special Armed Squad and make corps on the rank of Deputy Corps Marshal enjoy benefits attached to that grade, including retirement grade. The bill also seeks to empower the Commission with a responsibility for road traffic administration and safety management. For this conversation, let's now turn to First Baba Issa, a lawyer who would be enlightening us on this issue. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's start by hearing your thoughts on this new legislation that has passed for second reading on the FRSC 2007 Act.
Well, I think, apart from, of course, some beneficial aspect of the bill that have scaled second reading, I think I should zero in, as most Nigerians want us to, on the issue of road safety bearing arms. I don't know the purpose of that. That has been a conversation that I've been on for a while, and I've consistently, amongst my circle, made it clear, like, I don't understand why road safety should bear arms. You know, there's too much of militarization of the civil space. The police is bearing arms, the army is not in the armed forces, they are not in their barracks. We see them every day bearing arms, walking on the street. There's too much of guns on our streets. So I don't understand why the road safety should also be pushing to bear arms. And if you want to do a comparative analysis of road safety agencies in other countries, like Canada, the US, even the UK, you will see that road safety or the agencies responsible for road safety and management in these countries don't bear arms. In fact, even in some countries like the UK, the police don't even bear arms. So why does the Federal Road Safety Commission want to bear arms? What is the essence? I don't see it. I don't see the reason why it should bear arms. You know, is there ever going to be an end to this? We all remember that when civil defense started, civil defense was a non-arm bearing agency. They pushed to bear arms, and now they're bearing arms. Road safety is pushing to bear arms. The next thing we're going to see, maybe VIO will push to bear arms. So when will it stop? Boy Scout will push to bear arms. Maybe altar boys, mass servants will push to bear arms. No, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Now, this is not trying to downplay. I'm also aware of the reasons being put forward to bear arms. Like, example, the lives of the road safety officials are being, according to them, we see it anyway, not just according to them, being put at risk most time by motorists. They get attacked, they get hit by motorists and all of that. But this is the 21st century. We're in 2024, for Christ's sake. We should be talking about how to integrate technology to help in better road safety management and not to bear arms. I mean, do road safety need to pursue these road defaulters? If somebody is carrying overload, not wearing seatbelt, somebody beat the traffic light, are you supposed to pursue them? This is what caused all these altercations on our way. But when we integrate technology properly, you see that you can just track these people and get them to pay the fines they're supposed to pay. This is what is happening in other countries. The solution, I reiterate firmly, is not to bear arms. I don't think that is something we should be pushing forward at this point in time.
Now, those in support of this bill, believe that it is needed due to increasing security challenges. They say that some FRSC officials, they have been exposed, to attacks from road criminals and even some road users. So what alternatives then would you propose can be used to protect FRSC personnel instead of granting them the right to bear arms?
Well, seriously, I appreciate what they do for us. I appreciate that. That has to be said. I really appreciate it. But the truth of the matter is that we're all exposed to these things. Even coming to this studio, we're exposed to all these kind of things. You yourself, you are exposed to it. The issue of the country generally not being safe, walking on the streets, you are at the risk of kidnappers and whatever. We appreciate that. But that doesn't mean that everybody must bear arms. That doesn't mean that I don't have a gun. I believe you don't have a gun, right? So that is let's get that out of the way. Then secondly, as I said earlier, these threats, these issues are real. We will not downplay them. We are not trying to downplay them. But first, what I would suggest is, one, the road safety should integrate technology. There should be a reorientation in how they do their job, right? I mean, they don't even have to be standing on the way, on the road every time. I mean, technology, cameras, body cameras, traffic light cameras can detect when somebody is defaulting. And every vehicle is registered with road safety. My vehicle is registered, your vehicle is registered with road safety. So if technology is properly integrated, if I beat traffic light, I'm not with my seatbelt, or my papers are expired, my car is not roadworthy, I mean, technology should be able to prompt both myself and prompt road safety to make sure that I comply to the requirements of the law, and if I don't, I pay fine. That is on the one hand. Then, when it is necessary, absolutely necessary, that road safety officers should step onto the streets, they can do that as a team, right, with maybe the police or the civil defense that bear arms now. They should work as a team. The road safety must not bear arms. They can get the police, step out of the team and do their job. So I don't think bearing arms is the solution to the menace or the threats they claim that they are facing.
Well, it looks like there seems to be some form of clarification needed, because one of the things that the bill seeks to create is some form of department within the FRSC where they would be able to bear arms, and not some form of officials patrolling the road with arms. Perhaps there needs to be more clarification in that regard.
Well, yes, that is true, but it's still the same thing. My response to that is going to be the same. There should be no department in road safety that bear arms. Road safety, just like what their counterparts in other countries are doing, should be a non-arm-bearing agency. So, I mean, what are they doing? What? If you look at the present act, what are the road offenses or road safety offenses that will require arm to enforce? It's time for everybody to see what is there that they need arm, or they need a department that will bear arms to enforce. They have been doing well so far. You know, most of the times, if you're a road user, just like myself, you see that most of the times when the road safety officers are even at threat, when they have these issues that lead to loss of life, is when they're doing their jobs in the way they shouldn't do it. For example, why are you chasing a car? That's what I'm saying. If technology can trace that car, snap the plate number, and you just allow the car to go, and later on you can arrest the car to pay fines. We would not be talking about chasing a car, a road safety official is standing in front of a car in the night, or in the daytime, a car is coming, you're standing in front of it. What is all that about? We should integrate technology to safeguard their operations, yes, and also streamline and modernize how they nab offenders and how they bring offenders to justice. Then the issue of bearing arms will not come to play at all. That is what I believe very strongly.
No,
if road safety bear arms, the next thing will say VIO should bear arms. Yes.
Now, we all know that this bill has passed second reading. So in the event that the bill eventually is, passed, despite all the opposition and the criticism to this bill, what mechanism do you think can be put in place to prevent abuse by FRSC officials?
Well, retraining, reorientation, making sure that not all officers bear arms to a particular department. I think those are the mechanisms that can be put in place to make sure that to prevent abuse. But this is our country, our beloved country. These mechanisms are in place with the police and other arm-bearing agencies, law enforcement agencies. We still have these issues. With us a few days ago, we're talking about the remembrance of NSAS. So we were battling with police abusing bearing arms. That is why we're saying road safety should not bear arms. But if the bill scales, the committee stage, and is eventually passed and assented to, then we should have a proper orientation for these officials. We should make sure not all of them bear arms. And we should make sure that there are also stringent conditions laid down for them to bear arms. And if any of them abuse these conditions, then they should be brought to book and made an example of quick, fast, and efficient.
Oh, well, that's a fine place to leave the conversation. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this issue. First Baba is a lawyer on Newsday.